Hey, good morning. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with a little quick morning discussion about what I'm up to and my new adventure and how it's going, what I'm messing up on because I shared that yesterday, and what's going well because I found out something yesterday that I thought was kind of exciting. I actually registered a domain name and started to work on Pajama Grandma because I'm a pajama grandma and I I have some really cool ideas around that moniker or persona, and it ties into the demographic and the type of people that I want to work with on one of my projects that I'm really excited about. And so I registered the domain name like Monday, and then yesterday last night actually, I did a Google search because I wanted to do some research to build a website for it. And as I was doing my research, I realized that I'm already on page one of Google. I haven't really done much with it, and within like a day or 2 days, I'm on, I think it was the third listing under the ads on the first page of Google. And I don't know if that's a big deal to anybody else, but to me it's kind of a big deal because when I was learning about the internet early on, that was always the big thing, is you want to be on the first page of Google, you want to be on the first page of Google. And fortunately for me, Google has changed their algorithm, so when you do anything on social media, it helps to move you up in the rankings. So it just so happens that Pajama Grandma, I did a Facebook page, I set up a Facebook group, and I've done a couple of live videos on there. And just that little bit of effort in 2 days has put me on page one of Google. So that's kind of a cool win. Not what I was going to talk about today, but I was kind of stoked about it because that's awesome. Because the only way people are going to find you is if they can search for you on the search engines and you show up. And if you don't show up on the first page or so, people, especially, I think nowadays it used to be the first 3 pages, but now I think if you're not on page one of Google, people are not going to find you that way. They're not going to find you through searching. Today is going to be a different day because I am going to be out all day. And so I'm quick making my videos in the morning in my pajamas before I'm even cleaned up and ready. And some days I have to do that because as I've gotten older, and part of my movement from my offline businesses to online is because I want to be able to be true to myself and really focus on and spend my time and energy on the things that are important to me, as I would hope you are too. But so often we get dragged into doing things we think we should do and we need to do or we have to do, but we don't really do the things that we want to do. I mean, I originally started my own businesses and worked hard in corporate America to make a living, I thought, for my children and my family. And what ended up happening is I missed a lot of their life. I missed a lot of their growing up years. I missed a lot of experiences that I could never get back because I was traveling for work. I missed birthdays. I was traveling for work, or I was so busy working in my business as an employee more than having it be my business that I missed so many events and so many things that were important to me. And I forgot about my why, the reason I started my own business in the first place. And that was so that I could have the flexibility and the freedom to be there for my children's events. So I could go to their softball games, so I could go to their paintball matches, so I could be there and experience their life with them, and I could be a part of that. And I lost track of that, as so many entrepreneurs do and so many business owners do. And I missed out on a lot of those things. And so I have changed my priorities, and I will drop everything for my 98-year-old grandmother to go see her. I will drop everything to spend time with my granddaughter because I don't ever get to see her very much, like many grandparents. So often we don't really get to spend time with those people that we love. And so when that opportunity arises, I drop everything else, my business, everything. I can just put to the side, or I can make videos in my pajamas with my funky hair first thing in the morning and get part of what I want to get done, but I still can make time for the people who are the priority in my life. We will not die wishing we'd worked harder. We will not die wishing we'd made more money. We will not die wishing that we'd spent more time at work or building our business. We will die only regretting the people that we didn't love and the experiences that we didn't have because we made other things a priority. So my grandma, my kids, my granddaughter, my mom, I will drop everything for it. Sisters, maybe. Kids, my kids even sometimes, depending on what they need, I might not drop what I'm doing for them. But if they need me and they need something, I will drop everything. And I guess that's my thought for today, is that priorities, and sometimes it just means we need to be flexible. So on these days that I am dropping everything to say go see my grandmother, because when we go see my grandmother, my sisters and I will go, and it takes the better part of the day, if not the whole day. I just shift my schedule around. I do what I can do in the morning before I go, and then I just have to come home and do what I have to do after I get home. And maybe I have to stay up late. Oh my God, maybe I have to stay up an hour later than usual. I will live because it's that important to me. And that's the reason I do everything I do, is because of my why. And my why is the people I love and care about. So I have a bunch of other things that I was going to talk about today, but I don't think I need to. I think just that I am being more true to my priorities, and that I think all of us need to do a better job of that as human beings. We need to really stop and ask ourselves what we're doing, why we're doing it. It's so important that we know why we're doing things, and that we're choosing the why, and we're living out of our own why, not out of someone else's why or someone else's sense of obligation or what somebody else thinks we should or shouldn't do. So be true to yourself today. Have an awesome day. I'm going to have an awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.